today? We doing good? Sorry, I have the hiccups. How are we doing? Are we doing okie dokie? I'm so excited to be back. I am seriously... I missed you guys so much. Let me put my BGM. Okay, there we go. How are we doing today? We doing good? I cannot wait to show you guys all the pictures from my trip. So, I was gone for basically the entire month because I was given an opportunity to travel with a choir and basically tour a bunch of countries in Europe. Oh my gosh, these hiccups are not letting go. Well, let me try holding my breath. I think that helped a little bit. Oh, never mind. But anyways, yeah, I got to tour a lot of countries. I got to go to Belgium, Germany, Austria, France, Luxembourg, and then Switzerland. And we basically had a lot of fun. I met a bunch of new people. Got to sing in 9 different places. See so many countries, so many cities, see so much history and architecture and whatever. And it was probably the most fun I've ever had with a bunch of people. I got so close to so many people over the course of like 2 weeks. But yeah, I'm gonna start showing the pictures. So, our basically this choir that it was 80 something people, high school to college age around, and basically we'd like basically never rehearsed all together before, like at all. So for our trip, the first 3 days of the trip weren't in Europe. They're at a local university or a college campus, and we stayed there for 3 days, and then we practiced day and night. Like, we would wake up in the morning, we'd sing, we'd eat lunch, we'd sing, we'd have dinner, we'd sing, and then we'd go to bed. But yeah, they gave us like free food basically at the college. They catered food for us. So here's my first dinner away from home on the trip. I got rotisserie chicken, which I love. Oh, and then we got broccoli, french fries, and dumplings. It was like buffet style. So basically we got to just kind of go in a line, just pick whatever we wanted to eat, and then just ate it. You know, the fries were the only thing that stayed like all the time, but they were so freaking good. I had so many fries on this trip. Let me just say, I had so much french fries on this trip. Like, basically everywhere we went, I had like french fries, because I just love french fries. Who doesn't love french fries? If you don't like french fries, who are you? You know? But anyways, the campus was like super big, and it had like a lot of like wild like deer and birds and rabbits. So I have a few pictures of just deer on the campus, which is what this is. Look at the deer. Can I zoom in? Yes, I can. Look at the deer. This was like the first day at the college, I think. And then I just have more pictures of the deer. Oh, my hiccups. Yeah, look at the deer. It's like eating the bush. I remember walking back to my dorm, my room that I was staying in at the time, and seeing that, and I like literally froze in my tracks, whipped out my phone, and took a picture of it. We got more deer. I just have a lot of pictures of the deer, okay? I thought they were like the coolest thing because I got to be super up close to a deer. Oh, and this was our breakfast next day. It was pancakes, bacon, tater tots. Those tater tots were so good. Sorry, I just love food. But honestly, they were really good. Like, the food at the college, it paled in comparison to the food in Europe. But it was still pretty darn good. Oh yeah, and that's my sheet music. My binder of my sheet music right there. You can see it. And then, oh, these are my bags while we were waiting for the buses to pick us up to go to the airport. these are my bags. I had my suitcase, and then I had my backpack, and I had my water bottle. And you can't see it in this picture because back at the time, I thought it was best to squish him into my bag, but I do have a little guy surprise. Okay, so this is us heading toward the buses. Oh, and then at the airport, I ordered ramen because I missed Asian food. So I ordered ramen and I ate it. It wasn't even that good. It was so overpriced because it was at an airport, but it was okay. It wasn't that good in my opinion. Oh, sorry. Wait. Okay. Let me turn off the BGM. So our choir directors were like, "Let's sing "Build Me Up, Buttercup" in the airport." So my friend has a video of it and she sent it to me. So here's that video. Why do you build me up? Why do you build me up? Why do you build me up? Don't break my heart. Buttercup, ooh, buttercup, ooh, buttercup. I was a soprano for this. Don't break my heart. Why do you build me up? Buttercup, baby, just to let me down. Yeah, my friends took videos. Yeah, videos got sent around a lot of the time. Let me turn off the video. Hold on. That I have from the start. Buttercup, don't break my heart. I'll let it play up until the next chorus. We weren't that good at this point because we'd only practiced together like 3 days. But in reality, like, we were really good by the end of the trip. Like 2 weeks together? It's amazing. I wish I had recording of it, but I don't. Hey, 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 I'll wait for you. My buttercup, buttercup, buttercup. But yeah, that was it. That was that. And then this is the train at the airport because I thought it was cool. Because I had never seen a train in an airport before. But yeah, this is the train. And this was the bathrooms in Europe after the flight. So we got on the plane, and then we were in the airport. And then we got to the bathrooms in Europe. They have full doors on their stalls. Why can't we have that in America? Because the amount of times I've had a kid peek his head under there while I'm doing my business is too much. Like, they have it in Europe. Why can't we have full-size doors in our stalls? Please. Please, 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 please. Oh yeah, and this was on the bus. Sorry, hiccups. This was on the bus. Oh shit, let me turn on my BGM again. But this was on the bus out of the airport. We saw construction, so I took a picture of it. And then this was in Brussels, in Belgium. This is like the royal garden, I'm pretty sure, like the building. There's just some of the cool like roads. Like, look at the fence here. That's like the royal family, I'm pretty sure, in Belgium. Yeah, it was like their yard, basically, their front yard. I took a few pictures. This is I remember when we were the feeling when I first saw all of the. You see pictures of European architecture online, but it's not like it is in person. It's so much cooler in person. Because I remember we were all looking out the windows like, whoa! This, like, look at all of this. And then we saw this. And this was our first stop. They just kind of like dropped us off in this random field. And we're like, okay. So like we all explored on our own. And these are some hedges that I saw. There's some cute flowers I saw. And then I don't really know what this was, but it looked cool, so I took a picture of it. Oh my god, my hiccups. This is a really pretty lake that we saw. There's like all this like duckweed, I think it's called, all over the lake, and it was so pretty. The fountain, this fountain right here, it like shot up, like it shot higher sometimes, and it like go back down, and be so cool. Then we went back on the road again. We were driving around, looking around. This was Oh, this is the view outside of my hotel room. Look how cool this is. Like, it felt like I was looking at a painting when I was there in person. Like, it was so cool. The first hotel was so nice. Like, we stayed in a bunch of different hotels on the entire tour, and this hotel was probably one of my favorite ones. It was like the nicest, definitely. This is in Bruges, in Belgium. This is our first dinner together in Europe. I don't remember what this was. It tasted good. I remember it tasted good. It was like chicken, I think. I don't remember, because it like tasted like pork or like beef or something, but they said that they didn't have that, so I was wondering, and we were all trying to figure it out during that. Also, these hash browns were so good. They're very good, yes. And then this is a tiramisu cake thing that I had, or mousse. I think it was a little bit of both. I didn't really like it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a tiramisu mousse kind of girl. Yeah, and this was breakfast. Oh my god, breakfast was so good. These eggs were the best eggs I'd ever had in my life. Like, these are such good eggs. Can I zoom in on the eggs? No, it doesn't let me. Sad. Okay. Well, these eggs were the best eggs I've ever had in my life. They didn't need any salt, no pepper, no ketchup, no nothing. It was just the eggs, and it was so freaking good. The breakfast that we had in Bruges was so freaking good. It was so good. The bacon was good. It was a little limp, but it was crispy for the most part. This is just Parmesan straight up. And there's croissants and pancakes, and they're so freaking good. It's so good. That was probably my favorite breakfast, I think, that we've had. And then we went out on the town, down like the little shopping street in Bruges, and we saw like this castle thing, cathedral type thing. I forget what it was. They're explaining the history of it, but I'm not that big of a history person, so I kind of forget. Yeah, I got another shot of it. More shots. This was the square, like the middle of the freaking Bruges. It was all bicycles, and like it was so open and it was pretty. Like, look at this square. Tell me that this isn't beautiful. Like, hello? Europe is so pretty. Compared to America, Europe is so pretty. This was like walking on the streets. The houses are just really pretty. Oh, and then we went to the chocolate museum. We went to Choco Story. It was basically like the history of chocolate in Belgium. And we got to see all this stuff. We got to like see the history of chocolate. Like, these were like vases that they like made the chocolate in ancient times. And they had like this whole narrative like projector on the wall of like how they believed that cocoa was like blessed by like a god or something. And then these are like birds that like harvested the cocoa. And another shot of the show. These are pots and like stuff that they made like the cocoa in. And then like how chocolate kind of became a delicacy, and like they put it in like fancy like Victorian pots and stuff, and like it was like served to like the rich. And these are all like the pots and stuff they used to keep like hot like cocoa in. It was like, that's crazy. Like, look at all this. And these are like tools that they made the cocoa with, like all these fancy plates. And this is like a traditional oven they'd use like to make hot like chocolate. That was like so cool. And this is like more pots that they used to make it in. This is like different kinds of machines they used over the years. Like, there's just a lot of chocolate pictures, okay? I took a lot, because at the beginning of the trip, I was like, I need to take a picture of literally everything. And so I did. These are all still in the chocolate place. Oh yeah, they've had a bunch of like chocolate statues, like sculptures in there. And I saw this and I was like, oh my god, it's the house from Up! And it was like, I thought this was cute. Then there's a dragon. Man. Dragons. Hope you had tons of fun! What a great movie! Yes. Up was so good. And there's a guitar made out of chocolate. Are you kidding me? That's so freaking cool! This was so in Bruges, by the way. Bruges was so cool. Like, Belgium, Bruges, Belgium was probably one of my favorite places that I went on the trip, not gonna lie. It's tied, I think, between there and Dinkelsbühl, Germany, which I have lots of pictures from later. Yeah, it was the guitar. You can tell that it's made out of chocolate when you zoom up real close, but when you like look at it from afar, it kind of looks like a real guitar. Like, that's freaking awesome in my opinion. Yeah, they had a Lady in the Tramp out of chocolate. More chocolate. Oh, okay. We're done the chocolate museum. I did say I had a lot of pictures from there, but this was also in town. I thought this was so cool. Like, look how Europe, like I said before, European architecture. If you're European, you think, oh, they're just like every day. But like, freaking Americans, in America, we don't have this kind of stuff. Like this, we have nice towns, but they are nothing compared to Europe. Like, oh my god. Is the house chocolate too? Yes. Well, not this. This isn't made out of chocolate. But like, everything was made out of chocolate in the last pictures. Like, look at this. This is so cool. Look at the detail on the freaking... Are you kidding me? That's so cool. But yeah, let me click this. Oh! We went on a boat tour. Sorry, I'm just like scrolling through the pictures and remembering as I go. But like, there was this river going through all of Bruges, basically. And we took like a tour on the canal. And there's this guy, I'm pretty sure his name was Andre. But like, he drove the boat for us. And we like went on a boat tour around the town. We saw all this stuff. We explained like the history of the town and everything. And like how... So the houses, see how they have like staircases here? Like, see how they have like little steps? Apparently, that's basically what decided how important you were. Like the person who lived there. Like if you were super important, you'd have more staircases on your house. And so some people would have like... These are like really important people basically. Because they had so many staircases on the top of their house. Or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I just have a lot of pictures of the canal tour too. Because this was early on in the trip where I was like, I need to take a picture of literally everything I see. Because at the time we were still shocked by, you know, European architecture. And then we realized on the trip, wow, it's kind of like this everywhere. So yeah, I started taking less pictures later on. Oh yeah, this is a statue. And a church, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is a church. I forget what church. I think we sang in there at some point. Average European building. Yeah. Yeah. But, I think this was like the founder of the town or something. I might be wrong. I don't know. I never labeled my photos. But this was another really nice house, cause... Oh yeah, I remember! This was basically, the city has like a law that basically protects historical buildings to preserve like history. So someone who lived in the house like renovated their house to be super modern on the outside, and they were like, that's a bad example of what you should do. Yeah, I forget there was a really important house by like from a really important actress, but I forget who it was and which one it was. So yeah, this is a swan. There are swans on the lake and it was so pretty. Yeah. There was like a little hole of like geese too or something. Yeah, these are just I just took a lot of pictures. Oh yeah, we went under a tunnel. There was this tunnel that was like the shortest tunnel on the tour. And everyone's like, duck so you don't hit your head. But me, being short, didn't have to duck. Oh yeah, why did I take a picture of this? Just to get the bricks? I don't even know. Half these pictures, I'm like, why did I take a picture of this? Oh, this was a really cool wooden building. Like, the light shining down on it. It was like full wood, basically. And I was like, wow, that's cool. We don't have those here that much. This was like, I think it was like a restaurant on the freaking river. And I was like, that's so cool. Some grass, you're not used to it? Excuse you. Yeah, this is a hospital. In Bruges, there was like, the hospital was like one of the best at the time. So they're like really well known for their hospital. So I took pictures of the hospital. This is just some trees. I don't know. I just thought the trees were pretty. A lot of this looked much prettier in person. I will say that. This is like a restaurant on the river again. I kept thinking it was so cool. Oh, I think this was the shortest tunnel. I don't know. And then this is some cool looking. I felt like I was in the jungle or something. Here, at this part of the tour. And then we had another bridge. This really cool building. I forget what he said this was, but he said it was something. And then there was this river. More river. Oh, this was the... He made... Look, the tour guide for this river tour was so funny. He was like, do not... People sit in this park with the geese and the swans, but be careful because they'll attack you. They're very aggressive. And then he said, but it's okay because there's the Chinese restaurant right across from there. So they'll handle it. I said, yo! Oh, like, that's my ancestors right there. Yeah. I just thought this red tree was cool. The red tree looked really cool hanging over the river, in my opinion. And then, based restaurant, yes. Oh yeah, this was, it had like the stalagmites here. I thought that was really cool, because it has like the little spikes here. Yeah. I remember at this point a lot of people were trying to like reach up and touch the top of the tunnel. I couldn't because I'm short, but everyone else was able to do it pretty fairly easily. Oh, this was a hotel. This was a really nice hotel, I think. We weren't staying in this hotel, but it was a nice hotel. Oh, and these are Belgian waffles! I got Belgian waffles. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like them that much. I was trying to eat it and it kept melting and I was like worried because I was kind of abandoned by my friends. So I was kind of just like sitting there with the choir director, like, what do I do? But they were good. They were probably really good. It's just that I couldn't eat them while they were good because they got cold. Yeah, and then this was dinner. Yeah, this was salmon, I think. We had salmon. Like this weird sauce. So I didn't like the sauce, but they put the sauce on everything. And I was just like, I don't know what to do. So I just like poked around and scraped off as much sauce as I could. I didn't like the sauce, but they put the sauce on literally everything. And I was like, please. And they gave us ice cream. I was like, yo, I love ice cream. Is that cheese and mushroom dipped in salmon? I have no clue. I don't know what it was. I just knew I didn't like it. Do you own a fork and knife? Yes. It's out of shot. It's out of shot. It was like on the far left. Like it was like right out of shot. Like on that side. But yeah, it was like... I didn't like it that much. It didn't... I feel like if it was cheese, I'd like it. It didn't taste like cheese though. So I have no clue what that was. But I just did not enjoy it. I like picked around and ate the salmon though. And they had cookie dough ice cream because ice cream's good. This was before we had gelato for the first time. Which, by the way, that's probably one of the main things I miss about Europe is gelato. Oh, hold on. Oh, oh, let's see. Okay, sorry. Someone pinged me and I wanted to make sure it was okay. Okay. Next picture. Oh, this was Flanders Fields. So we sang the song In Flanders Fields as one of our choir pieces. It goes, in Flanders Fields, the poppies grow. It was basically like a memorial song for soldiers who fought in Flanders Fields during World War. So, this was in Flanders Fields where the poppies were, and like, I have a lot of pictures from here. I thought that one was really nice. I was proud of myself for taking that. But yeah, that was Flanders Fields. We got to sing in Flanders Fields, and apparently we're the first choir to ever sing there. Like, to sing that song in Flanders Fields. Which I think is pretty cool, to say that I was a part of the first choir to ever sing in Flanders Fields. I mean, come on. That's like a great honor, in my opinion. And then we had dinner. Or no, this was lunch. I went with some of my friends, and we went to Ghent, and we had a bunch of we just went and had lunch at this random place. And turns out the waitress was around our age, and we got her Instagram, and yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, this is the spaghetti and like bread that I had. And it was pretty freaking good. It was like soprano meatballs and something. I don't know, but it was good. And then this was, where was this? Yeah, this was in Gen. Yeah, lots of cool clock towers, and I think this was still in Gen, I think. But, oh yeah! We were driving, we saw this castle. This was the part of the trip where we saw like 50 different castles, and we were like, wow! Another castle. These ones are taken from the bus. So I was sitting on the bus, and I was like, yo, castles! So I took a bunch of pictures. This was just really cool farmland. I thought this looked really cool. That's a lot of farmland. And then this was the river where we saw we took a river tour, and we saw a bunch of castles on the river. On the Rhine. We went on the Rhine. We basically took a tour down the Rhine, and we saw lots of pretty architecture, basically, again. We also sang there. I don't know if I got a video of it or not. We'll see. Yeah, just more castles. The Rhine is apparently the river with the most castles on it, ever in the world, which I think is super freaking cool. Hi, miss! Welcome! How you doing? Alright. Castle, more castles. Oh! Ice cream! We had ice cream. Because after we were, freed from the river tour, we basically got to have lunch free again. Basically, on the tour, breakfast and dinner was with the entire group, and then for lunch, we got to free roam on ourselves, basically. So, I went to have lunch with my friends, and we had... I don't know why I didn't take a picture of my food. I only took a picture of my ice cream. I don't know. Yeah. This was... Where was this? You know this was the hotel, right? I don't think this was the hotel. Yeah, no, this was from the... Oh! This was from the... We went on a tram up to, the top of a mountain to, get a nice view. So this was that. We were, going up on the... the little ski lift almost, kind of? It was, super cool. We got to see all these sights from the ski lift. And this is a video of the top. Because there was this little, Roman thingy-mabobber. And I was like, this looks so cool. Look at that. Look at the view! But yeah. And then... I don't know, I just took a picture of the hill. Because the sign is there. Why wouldn't it let me go further that way? That's so annoying. Oh, okay. Shoot. Ah! Okay, there you go. Yeah, I just took pictures of that. Oh! Then, we went to Luxembourg, where we saw a military museum. The National Museum of Military History, which I think is pretty cool. This was a tank. Let me see if I can turn my brightness up. There you go. That should help a little bit. Yeah, these are tanks and stuff from military. And then we went to have conveyor belt sushi. Because I was starting to miss Asian food again. So we went to go get sushi. And it was my first conveyor belt sushi experience, ever. So yeah, that was the first time we got it. It was pretty good. For European sushi, in my opinion. And then this was ice cream. This is a frozen yogurt. This was in the camp, this really legendary campus. I don't remember the name of it. The tour guide that we had here was not that good. But yeah. And then that was that. This was Luxembourg, where they basically had us they showed us a history of steel or something. And then we ate at this cafe, shaming the tour guide. Look, he showed us the most lame things, and he wouldn't even talk to the entire group. He talked to the first 10 people there. And that was it. He kept walking and showing us random places that weren't even relevant to anything. And we were just why? Yeah, this is the dinner that we had at the cafe there before our concert. This lasagna was not that good. It had barely any cheese in it. It was not good. I didn't like it. I didn't eat much dinner that night. It was not good at all. It gave me depression. And this was breakfast the next morning. Okay. What a jump. This was in Luxembourg still. And this was the breakfast that I got. These eggs were not as good as Belgium. None of the eggs on the trip were as good as Belgium. This got close, I think, but it was alright. And then there's just a dumb video I have. Hold on, let me turn on the volume and then restart it.
Ayo, terrasper me.
That was it. I have a lot of really dumb videos of just me and my friends, but a lot of them have our faces in it, so I can't really share it. Oh, and this was Strasbourg in France, because we traveled this day. So, in France, we went to go see this really cool copper, like, cathedral, basically. And Strasbourg is, like, pretty freaking cool. I enjoyed it. Yeah. This is my first time having doner kebab. I had a lot of firsts on this trip with food. But, like, this was the best freaking food, like, meat I've ever had in my life. I wish it wasn't, it was like a small local shop, and it was so freaking good. Like, so good. Like, amazing good. So, yeah. It was like, I kept eating and shoveling it into my mouth. I just remember swallowing all of it. It was so freaking good. I cannot describe. Like, the spices were just right, and then, like, the shavings were nice and thin, so it, like, melt in your mouth. And you'd have the fries to go wash it down. It was just so good. I cannot... Sorry, I just really love food. But this in particular was so freaking good. Like, oh my god. Anyways. Next was... This is my friend's food from the same place. It was like doner kebabs. Whoa, I didn't know you could do this. Whoa. That's an Apple feature that isn't even showing up on here. Wow. But yeah, and then this was the Haagen-Dazs. The Haagen-Dazs store. We don't have those in America. So when we saw it, we were like, we gotta go in. So we went and got Haagen-Dazs ice cream, like, in the store. It was really good. And this is the Cathedral of Notre Dame. Look how pretty these windows are. Hold on, can I? Yes. Look how pretty this is. The stained glass in cathedrals. I'll never get over how pretty they were. Even though we stopped in every single cathedral that we passed by and sang in there. Because we're a choir. So we had 5 sacred songs that we'd sing in every cathedral, basically. But yeah. Cathedrals are so pretty. Like, I love European architecture. It's so cool. Like, look. Okay. Look at this! Look at that! It was so pretty. Okay, next. Just like the ceiling as well. I thought this was really cool. And this was a river in Strasbourg. I forget what the significance was, but I think they were telling us about the plague or something. And how everyone just shifts the blame off of where it started. Yeah, this is a really pretty town. Strasbourg was really pretty. Oh, this was a sunset after... we had a disco a little bit. I didn't get any pictures of it until after, so it's later in the slideshow, but yeah. This was a wall in Germany, I think. This is Dinkelspiel, I think. This is Dinkelspiel, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Dinkelspiel. No, this was a castle. Never mind. This is a castle. Everything started looking the same, but this was a castle that we got to see, a medieval castle. Yeah. I took a lot of pictures. Oh! I took a picture of this hand, like, blow dryer. Like, the hand dryer in, like, a bathroom. Because I was like, I've never seen it like this. This is so smart. To put it diagonal so you can just put your both hands at once, not awkwardly, so they don't bump into each other. But they still have, like, plenty of airspace. I thought that was so cool. That was, like, a pentagon. I almost said triangle because of the bottom. But, yeah. That was so cool. Oh, yeah. These are the pictures from the disco that we had. These are from the disco. We had a lot of fun. Clearly. Yeah. We had a lot of fun. This was... Sorry. So there was this kid on the trip with us. His name was TJ. Sweetest guy I've ever met. And he wore this hat all the time. And I guess he took off the hat and left it on a bush. He left the hat on a bush to go dance or something. So we came out, we saw this, and we went, huh, TJ looking kind of different here. TJ's being kind of quiet, guys. Yeah. And then more pictures. More pictures. Oh! This is my food the next day. This is in Colmar. Colmar is where I spent... So, this is my lunch there. But before we had lunch, we went to this anime store. Hold on, let me see if I can find the pictures. I have to scroll all the way. Okay. So in Colmar, we basically, like, there was this, when we were passing into the town, because the buses couldn't park in the town a lot of the time, so we had to, like, they had to park outside the town, we had to walk in. And so we were walking through this, like, alleyway of, like, shops, and we saw, my friend and I, we saw this store was, like, 2 giant windows, and it had a bunch of anime figurines in it. And it was called the Geeking Dome. And we both looked at each other. We gotta go in there. So as soon as we got to where we could, like, split off from the group, we both started sprinting backwards to get to the Geeking Dome. And this is what I bought. This is what I bought there. Oh, let me see if I can... No, okay. So I got a giant Eevee Funko Pop, which was in the window, so that was, like, the main thing I wanted to get. And then I got Lucy Harpelia, the Taurus form, and I got Next Sparkling Chica! I love Chica so much. I love Chica. She's amazing from Love Live. But yeah, now's that. And these are the boxes. These are the boxes. Alright, and then let me go back. Let me go back. Where am I? I was after here. Okay, I was here. So this is our lunch. I got chicken with, like, it was really nicely seasoned. Like, it was really good. And I got fries. Again, because I love french fries. Also, speaking of french fries, I have a problem with salt where I love it too much. So, like, I put so much salt on my fries all the time. Like, every time we, like, went out to eat with my friends, because I usually travel with the same group. They'd see me grab the salt shaker and be like, oh boy, here we go again. And I'd, like, dump, like, 2 million pounds of salt onto my fries. Yeah, this is a nice field. This is when we're leaving this. This is our night leaving Colmar, France, and it was so bad. This was duck pate in, like, toast and, like, this bad sauce, and I just did not like it at all. Like, the meat texture was so bad, it triggered my gag reflex, and the jello wasn't good either. Like, I pressed it against my tongue, and I felt like I wanted to barf. It looked cool, but it's not that good at all. It's really not that good. And then, they also put this sauce I did not like on the next dish, too. Like, this is perfectly good chicken that they ruined with this sauce. It tasted like ranch without being ranch. I didn't know what it was. But yeah. So the next day we got lunch. And it was so good. It was like fries again. And then, like, chicken. Or turkey. It was turkey, I'm pretty sure. It was turkey steak, I think. And it was pretty good. Aside from it being a little overcooked when it was way too thin, so, like, it'd get really hard to chew at some parts, but it was really good. And this was a cool hill that I saw in Heidelberg, yes, in Germany. This wasn't, yeah, we climbed a mountain. This is on top of a mountain, and we took these pictures. And we went to a Lindt store, like Lindt, Lindt, like the chocolate. And we got ice cream. And this is our first time having gelato. It was so freaking good. So freaking good. But yeah, and then this was in Dinkelsbühl! My favorite place on the trip. I love Dinkelsbühl, Germany so much. This was like the mayor's house, or at the, like, when the town was first made. And this house looks asymmetrical. And the trick was that the guy wanted people coming in to know that he had the prettiest house. So they built an optical illusion so that when you look down the street, it looks symmetrical. But from here, it looks asymmetrical. And I thought that was so cool. This is a cool cathedral. And this is the lake in Dinklesbuell. We got to swim in there. We got to swim in the moat in Dinklesbuell. Do you know how awesome it is? I swam in a moat. That's pretty cool. I could say I swam in a moat in Dinklesbuell, Germany. How many people can say that? This is another cool house. And the church again. The cathedral. And then they have storks. In Dinklesbuell, they have storks. It's so freaking cool. Yeah. I also bought this. I can't show the pictures of it because obviously, but I bought a German dress, like a traditional German dress in Dinklesbuell. And it was so cute on me. Like, it was so me. Like, my friends were like, this is so you. And I said, I know, right? Yeah, storks. And then this was like the next day in Dinklesbuell when we had like, they had the children's festival. So in Dinklesbuell, they basically have, their history is basically like the Swedish were trying to kill their, like, wreck their town. But they said if we see a sign from the angels that we shouldn't wreck your town, then we'll leave you alone. So they would show them babies, like children. And that would be like the angels. And like they had a children's festival every year because of it. The next day the storks were gone and our plates were full of food. No! But yeah, they had this festival called the Children's Festival every year. Where basically like, I was so happy that we got to go to Dinklesbuell during a festival. That was so cool. It was such a fun experience. But like, basically they had this like parade. And this was like food from the stall. And then I have a bunch of pictures of the parade from Dinklesbuell. The Children's Festival parade. It was so cool. Like, look at all this. I was behind a lot of people because I didn't want to shove them out of the way. Oh, these people had like swords and stuff. They had like be in formation, like point them out, and these had like herbs here, and like there's a lot to look at. It was crazy. I was so happy. Like look at how cool this is. They're like marching perfect formation, and I was like, whoa. Oh yeah, this guy. This poor guy. And then this. I have a lot of pictures of Dinklesbuell. Yeah. This is all the parade, by the way. They like put up the flag here. And then they like marched and marched, and all the kids marching. Oh, there you are. So this, we passed by this on the way to the bus park. Because the buses, like I said, the buses oftentimes, they couldn't park in town. Especially in Dinklesbuell because they had the festival going on. So the buses parked like at a bus park, like way out. So we had to walk over. And this was on the way there. It was like, I don't know what this was. It was like really cool though. This is the picture of the TV because I thought the brand Telefunken sounded really funny. Telefunken. Yeah. Oh. This was, we went to Dachau and we went to see the concentration camp there from the Holocaust. So this is a memorial from the army that fought and freed this place. And these are like a bunch of photos from like the exhibits. These like the beds that they would sleep in. And this BGM's too happy to be talking about this. Let me pause this. Yeah, this is like their locker room, and we had it was the bathroom. We had a song in our set list that was basically, it was made from the words of a Jewish prisoner, like speculated to be around like a girl around like teen age, and the words were basically, I believe in the sun even when it's not shining. I believe in love even when I don't feel it. And I believe in God even when God is silent. And I thought that was so powerful. And I got to do the little descant for that. So basically, if you're not in choir, basically what a descant is basically when everyone's singing like the main line, it's like this very high part that you hear, like kind of like angels echoing over it. So while everyone kind of went like, I believe in love, I would go, I believe in love. And like, it was just like, descants are like this like long, elegant, like soprano parts basically over like a chorus. But yeah, this is the concentration camp, and here's the ovens that they like cremate the prisoners in. And that's it. That was all I took of the concentration camp. I was busy watching over my friend because he wasn't okay. All of us ended up crying because we ended up singing there, and it hurt like a lot. But yeah, this is in Westendorf, Austria. The concentration camp was like on the way, but like then we stopped in Westendorf, which was another one of my favorite places. The entire town was like 4 streets, and we got to stay there for 4 days, basically. Wait, we're in Westendorf already? I'm almost done. Golly. But yeah, Westendorf was really fun, I think. Like, we stayed there for 4 days straight, which is the longest we stay anywhere. But it was so fun. Like, we basically got to, like, roam around a lot of the time. This was dinner. We got to roam around a lot. This rice... Let me talk to you about this rice. This rice was so bad. This was the most white people rice I've ever had in my life. It was so bad. It was dry. The texture was all whack. It did not feel cooked. It felt like raw rice in my mouth. And it was not good. And then we went to the Alps. We saw the Alps from this town. Basically like the snowy Alps. Not the snowy Alps, but like the Alps in Austria. Yeah, look how cool this is. Like, that's so cool. Oh my god, these guys. Let me turn off the music again, because I have videos of these. These 3 guys, these 3 old musicians, I want them to play at my wedding. This was so freaking good. Like, this was like yodeling. It was so freaking good. Like, where are the videos? Where are my videos? Hello? There it is. Oh wait, people started dancing. It was hilarious. Like, this is art right here. Like, these guys are so freaking cool. I want them at my wedding. Yeah, I used to have a lot of pictures, like videos of them. Look at them go. And then we have people playing. Yeah, we have a lot of those. But yeah, anyways, after that, this is still in Westendorf. This is another picture of the Alps. I thought the clouds rolling over was super cool. It was a foggy day. And then, I forget where this was, but I thought this was really pretty too, so I took a picture. Yeah, oh, this is when we were going to actually go up the Alps. Yeah, this is a really cool place. I had pizza before I left. Okay, so in the US, you can't really drink tap water straight up. You usually need a filter. But we were able to just drink glacier water from this fountain outside, and it was so good. Like, oh my god. And then this was the lift on the way up to the Alps. We had 4 different lifts that we had to go up, and we would stop, and then we'd go walk over to the next lift, and we'd go up. And look how cool this is. Look how pretty this is. This doesn't feel real. When I was there, I didn't think this was real. I was like, am I dreaming right now? Like, look how cool this is. Look at the snow. Oh my god, it was so cold at the top, but it was so hot at the bottom. So like, we'd like take off our hoodies and our jackets on the way up in the cars. Yeah. It was like crazy. Look at this view. That was so cool. This is like amazing. And then there's more snow. In July, by the way. Snow in July. And then you saw that. Look at all that. Like, are you kidding me? These are all pictures of the Alps from Austria. This is the top. The top was so fun. One of my friends, he brought a snowball like maker, like claw thing. So he was throwing snowballs at people at the top of the Alps. And there was this little snow tubing thing that we could go on. It was really fun too. This was on the way down. We started heading down right as it started like blizzarding. So this was the wave down. Like started raining. And this is the pizza we had at the bottom. There was this restaurant. It was super cool because like the roof opened up to show like to be like open sky. So we went from eating indoors to eating outdoors while we were still sitting in the same exact spot, and it was so cool. And they had the coolest bathroom. This is the video of the bathroom. Like, look how cool this is. It doesn't feel like a bathroom. Oh, it's lagging. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's me. There's so many mirrors. Never mind. But yeah, that was like the coolest bathroom I've ever seen in my life. It did not feel like a bathroom. Like it felt like a theme park house or something, like a haunted house or something. It was so cool. These are the Alps again. This was some weird soup that we had. Our concert that night was canceled because of the rain, but that soup, it was pretty good, I think. And then they had fish and chips. This did not feel real. It felt like I was in a cartoon or something. And then that was, can't look at that. And then these are more fields in Westendorf. More mountains in Westendorf. This was at the top of the Alps in Westendorf as well. Like we climbed up, we had a picnic up there. It was freaking cool. And we had soup. This soup, I don't know what it was. Was it like broccoli or artichoke? But it was so freaking good. And my friend didn't like it, so I not only had my soup, but I had her soup too. I just kept going and going and going. It was so good. And this is the spaghetti we had. And I think this was apple something. I didn't like it personally. I just gave it to my friend. Then this was in somewhere. I think this was in Salzburg, I think. Yeah, this was in Salzburg. I had sushi with my friends because I was missing Asian food again. This is the day when I went with different friends. I went with my guy friends instead of my girlfriends. But miso soup, sashimi. Oh my god, this is the part of the trip where we started freaking out about we saw the coffee vending machines. There are coffee vending machines in Europe. That's freaking insane. That's so freaking cool. And every time we saw a coffee vending machine, we'd freak out. We'd go, yo! And we'd go there. The thing is, we didn't get coffee from the coffee vending machines. We got hot cocoa. So that was that. This was the coffee vending machine. That was the first one anyway. We went to 3. Then this was dinner that night. We had, I don't know what this was. Maybe beef? Steak? I don't know. I don't know what this was either, but like, it was pretty good. It was like really good. Like the meat was like tear with a fork. Like it was so soft. It was so tender. And then this, oh, you don't need to look at that. That was the meme of the entire trip. I can't explain it because it's not that funny without being attached to the directors. But yeah, this was a like, we went to Swarovski, like, you know, the jewelry brand? We went to the actual, like, headquarters, basically. It was, like, this jewelry, like, statue garden. It was, like, really cool. This was, like, the Blue Lagoon that we saw outside. I don't know what it was. It was probably the most interesting thing about there, I'm gonna be honest, aside from the coffee vending machine. Also this. I don't know what this was. But, like, yeah. Now you got a side view of it. And the coffee vending machine number 2. They had different flavors of hot cocoa in this one. Like, are you kidding me? This is so good. Yeah, and that's my friend. But yeah. And then this was the Alps again. More Alps. The Swiss Alps this time, I'm pretty sure. This was on the way to Switzerland. Yeah, this was Switzerland. I saw the blue water here, and I was like, that's so cool. Like, look how blue this is. This feels like a painting. Like it feels like a painting or like a Windows like screensaver or something, you know? But I took this picture myself from the bus. Like it's so freaking cool. Look how cool that looks. It doesn't look real. It looks like it's from like a video game or something, you know? Like it was so cool. And then more pictures from the bus of just when we arrived to Switzerland. I saw this when we were walking and I said, this looks amazing. This looked like the gods were about to descend upon us, you know? Like the sun peeking through the clouds over the mountain. I thought that was so freaking cool. This also looked really cool, so I took a picture of that. This was breakfast in Switzerland. These eggs were the closest to being as good as Belgium. Oh shoot, my BGM. Wait, I forgot to turn it back on. Okay, there you go. But yeah. This was when I found out that I like prosciutto. This was when I found out I like prosciutto. I didn't know if I liked it or not up until then. But I got it. I tried it and I was like, oh, I actually like prosciutto. Yeah, this is breakfast. If you can tell, I got a lot of the same stuff for breakfast every day. This was the third and final coffee vending machine. We got hot cocoa, of course. We were here for like 2 days, and that was the end of the trip. So we basically went here every time we got. This was around when I started merging my groups of friends that I'd hang out with, and we'd all hang out together. So like, yeah. This was the last one. This was the view off of our balcony in Switzerland. You know, we stayed in so many hotels with balconies, but none of them, none of them, I got a balcony, except for the very last one, and I was so happy. Because none of the rooms, even though most of the rooms in each hotel had balconies, I would never get a balcony up until the very last hotel. And I was so freaking happy, because it was with my favorite. Basically, we had like a roommate every time, and I finally got to room with my friend, the friend that I was really looking forward to rooming with. And not only did I get a balcony, but I got to stay with my friend, and I was so happy. And this is the last day. This is in Lucerne. Water. And then this is like a dying lion monument in there. Basically it was like dedicated to like soldiers who died. Then this was a fountain there. Then this is Swiss chocolate that I bought. And I was feeling like having Asian food again, so we got ramen. And this ramen, I didn't expect it to be spicy. And it was so spicy. And if you don't know anything about me, I can't do spicy food. And I have like really sensitive nervous system. So this was like hell for me. And my friend ended up trying to finish off the broth for me, and I still couldn't finish it. Like it was so bad. Yeah, look how spicy it looks. It didn't look spicy in the picture. It did not look spicy at all in the picture. Yeah, this is the water. Oh, is this look at this duck. It was like right up close to us. We were like sitting on like the aqueduct, and like the duck came up, and it was so cute. You can't hear the conversation they were having, but yeah. Look at the little ducky. Isn't he just so precious? But yeah. Then we have another swan. This was the final cathedral we went into. On the final day of the trip, we got to sing in a mass, which was here. We got to sing at a mass in the cathedral. And this is the organ that our accompanist that traveled with us, he knew how to play organ too, so he played the organ for us. We were like, whoa, that was so cool. But yeah, he was awesome. Oh, let me pause the BGM again. We were singing Hamilton on the bus. So you can get a small snippet of that.
Brother was a backseat borrow a butter. The hurricane came and devastation rained on man and saw drip down the drain. Connected it to his vein. It hurt his whole face. Touched it to his pain. And a word got around. They say this hit is insane, man. Took a full collection just to send him to the mainland.
But yeah, that was that. And then, after all that, another photo of the gods descending on us. And more mountains. Oh, this was like this moose stuff that we had for dinner. I don't remember what it was. I just remember not knowing how to eat it. It was pretty good though. It was really rich. Like, oh my god, so rich. It was this was so rich. Now I think about it. But the thing is, in Europe, they believe sparkling water is better than regular water. So a lot of the time they wouldn't have regular water. And I was like, what the heck? So so they didn't have much regular water and it was so rich. And I was like, no, please, I need water. Cause again, nervous system, I don't like soda or sparkling water because it feels like it's hurting my throat whenever I drink it. So I didn't have any regular water for this, and it was so rich, and I was like, ah! But yeah, this was the pinkest bathroom I've ever seen in my life. Like, this looks like it came out of the Barbie movie. Oh, okay, I was gonna say, that's a mirror, but it's not. Okay, but yeah, look at that bathroom. And then, we're getting to the end of the trip because this is my plane food. This was the dinner we had on the plane. It was chicken and risotto, and I'm gonna be honest, this chicken tasted like fish. I was so confused. It was so... Okay, so this is like my longest flight I've ever taken where cause I've never had airplane food before, but then I had it on this flight, or this trip. The deal with airline food is that y'all are just picky. I think airline food is good. I think airline food is good. So y'all just wild. Okay. This was on the bus home. Let me pause this. I forget what we were singing. I just remember that we were singing.
It looked like Luxembourg.
Everything.
Yo, it looked like Luxembourg.
Sorry. Do we ever sing? Where's the part where we sing? Come on.
Oh my gosh, wait, we need to stop this. Play Shiny. No.
Yeah, play Shiny. Oh, this wasn't anything. Okay. Yeah. And then I have a few last pictures I got off the albums that people sent. This was during the last dinner. This was the bathroom sign. This was something I didn't take this. Someone else took this, but I thought this was really pretty. That's a double rainbow. And then that's people. Now's the entire choir. This is the entire choir. This is all the stuff I got at home. But yeah, that was my entire trip. Church, yes, church. We went to so many churches to sing there, but it was honestly a fun experience. I've never gotten so close to, even though we had 80 members of the choir, I felt like I knew everyone. We all got so close over the time that we had, and it was just an amazing experience. I got to make so many friends and see so many things, try so many foods. It was just amazing, really. It was such a nice experience. Hello. But yeah, that was it really for the trip. Let me move chat over. Chat, come over here. Okay, there you go. But yeah, it was honestly one of the best experiences I've had, I think. I'm so glad I went. Between so many different things, I had, I can't put into words how much fun I had. It's that fun. I can't describe it. I felt like I was a part of a family. Even though we'd only known each other for 2.5 weeks, everyone got so close and so loved, and it was just amazing. Everyone's so talented. Everyone's so nice. But yeah. But anyways, I don't have my schedule out yet for streaming back, and that's because I was busy. Because my friends wanted to hang out every second they had ever since I got back. So yeah, that happened. And then yeah, I've been sad at home all summer. Yeah, that's how I normally am, but I got offered this and I was like, I can't not take it. So yeah, about my schedule this week, it should come out tonight, I think. I was waiting for someone to confirm whether or not we were doing something on a certain day, but yeah, I will post my schedule tonight. Then you'll all know when I am streaming again. We'll be right back into it. My next stream's probably gonna be Project Sekai. Either Project Sekai or League. I'm not really sure. I'll have to see what mood I'm in. But yeah. I guess that's the end of the stream. I guess I'll see you next time. But yeah, I'll see you all either tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm not really sure. But yeah. Bye-bye!